Hi everyone, in this Framer tutorial we're gonna create this great 3D corner slide animation with two tickers using the icons we set for our sections, which results in a really great and interesting looking animation. You can find the links for both starter and finished files in the description below, so let's get started. I placed both tickers in a sticky tickers wrapper frame, which are 3D rotated around y-axis and placed symmetrically to create the corner slide effect. We can see here ticker wrapper stacks have 3D rotate, perspective and origin properties added under transforms. The left stack is rotated 40 degrees to create the symmetrical twin. The right one is rotated minus 40 degrees around the y-axis. We also have our content cards with scroll section IDs, which are going to trigger specific variants of tickers component for the sections. We're gonna start by creating the tickers wrapper component. Before that, I'm gonna connect both tickers to the material icon I placed here. Since I placed tickers to have an intersection in the middle and create a corner slide illusion, we can see the effect if we preview. Now we can make tickers wrapper a component, and in the component screen, to be able to easily switch the icons and variants, we need to make also tickers inner a component. And again, to be able to easily switch the icons in tickers inner component screen, we need to select the icon we use for the tickers and click in its name under material component properties. We need to assign it to a variable named icon. Then we need to rename the primary variant default, duplicate it, and rename the second one active. Since in the default variant we need the icons to be invisible and to be able to animate in the way we want, I will select ticker wrapper L stack and make its Y rotation 90 degrees. Then I will select the right wrapper one and make its rotation minus 90 degrees. To be able to create our corner slide animation. Lastly, we need to select the default variant, and under transition settings we need to make the bounce 0, which also should affect the active variant's bounce property. Now we can go back to tickers wrapper component screen and start creating the variants for all the sections, right? To keep the variant names matching the sections, I'll rename the first variant 10, then I will duplicate the primary variant and name it variant 1, since this is gonna be the variant that we're gonna switch when the section 1 is in the viewport. And I will duplicate variant 1, name it variant 12, select tickers inner in it and make its variant active, and I will drag a connection from variant 1 to 121 and selecting appear as trigger. I'm gonna enter 0.3 seconds for delay, and I will click spring next to transition and make the bounce 0. Now we can go back to home screen and add a scroll variant effect to our component. Port center, section is gonna be 1, and when the section 1 is in the middle of the viewport, we need our component to switch to its variant 1. Let's preview. We can see both tickers get 3D rotated in the opposite direction to create the corner sliding effect when we scroll down to the first section. Now we can go to tickers wrapper components screen and create other variants for all the sections, right? So I will duplicate variant 1, 2 and name it variant 2, select tickers inner under it and change its icon to repeat. Duplicate variant 2, name it variant 2.2, drag a connection from variant 2 to 2.2.1, selecting appear as trigger and entering point 3 for delay. Select tickers inner under variant 2 and change its variant to default since we want the tickers to be animated. I'll repeat these steps to create the other variants. Lastly, I will add one extra variant to use as an outro animation, which needs to be the duplicate of the last variant's default state without any transition to any other variants. So I will duplicate variant 4, name it variant 5 and delete its interaction on the right panel. Now that we have all the variants we need, we can go back to home screen and add those variants under the scroll variant effect, right? So I will click add section, select 2 and variant 2, section 3 for variant 3 and so on. Lastly, I will add another section and select footer as section and select variant 5. Let's preview. And we can see whenever a section is in the viewport, its icon animation gets triggered with the nice closing and opening tickers, right? And when we reach to the footer section, we can see the closing animation for the tickers. I hope you liked the tutorial. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials and see you in the next one.